right? All the technical stuff could be figured out, but this change in behavior was brutal. Now, when we say this, everybody resonates with this. Leaders instantly, think of your own careers. Think of the moment where you were most frustrated, and I promise you, it was around this dynamic. This is the thing that gets everybody. But here's what we don't see. We don't see a lot of leaders saying, I wish I was better at that. What you're more likely to hear is, I wish I didn't have Mark, Larry, and Sue on my team. Right? We blame, and why not blame the people? They're the ones not doing it. Right? We told them, we showed them, I talked till I'm blue in the face. How about this? You ever been driving in your car and you realize that you didn't used to talk to yourself? And it comes out like, oh, can we just do that one thing, right? You told me you would. We tend to blame the people. It's a natural place to go because what we're talking about is so logical and a lot of times they agree. And that's where this conversation would end, and that's where it would have ended for us, except there was a guy by the name of Edwards Deming. You know that name? Father of the quality movement. Not such a big hit in Detroit, but they loved him in Tokyo. Right? Deming said, and this is a piercing leadership insight. Deming said, anytime the majority of people behave a particular way, the majority of the time, the problem's not the people. The problem is in the system, and the leader has to own this. You realize what an uncomfortable insight I've just given you. I can't tell you how many times I've caught myself blaming the people. I mean, a person can be a problem, but if it's the people, you gotta own that. All right, so what have we said so far? Execution is harder than strategy. The kind of execution that's really hard is the kind that requires a change in human behavior, and we don't get to blame the people. Now, there is good news. The good news is there are rules for doing the hardest thing a leader will have to do. The good news is there are rules. We did not invent these rules. These rules have always been here. Natural principles, God-given laws that exist in the universe. You want to fly an airplane? There's 4 rules. You know this? Lift, thrust, weight, and drag.